Hi friends, Wes Plate here, the president of Automatic Duck. I'm working on a film of a recent ultramarathon that I did, the Cocodona 250, this last May. It's a long 250-mile run that goes from near Phoenix, a place called Black Canyon City, up north to Flagstaff. And I'm working on a film of this run, and in some of the aid stations when I come into them, I will have my camera going, and my wife will also record me coming into the aid station. So we end up with a multicam situation, usually as I'm coming in and going out of each aid station. And so I thought I would show you a little workflow that I've been using the Multicam Flattener from Automatic Duck. That's been helping me out a lot, and I might give you some ideas for how you might use it too. So most of the time when I'm running these races, I'm just carrying a GoPro. It's just a single camera, so I don't have to do a multicam situation. But I have these scenarios where I come into an aid station, and then eventually I leave the aid station, and during these times, we've got two cameras going, and I switch back and forth with the multicams. But part of the reason why we made this product is because the timestamps don't work at all when it comes to the multicams. And this is actually, what you're seeing here is just a title. So if I turn off this title and instead show this title, this is an actual dynamic title from Final Cut that shows me the creation date of the clip that this title is connected to. And that's not when this race was. The race was actually in May. So anyway, I need to unwrap all these multicam clips. I need to flatten these multicam clips to get to the original media so that the title from Final Cut is correct. And so then I know what to do to create my custom title with that same data. All right, so I will go ahead and show you how I do this. I don't need to send the entire sequence to Multicam Flattener because it's just a small section that I'm working on. But since it is just a small section, I need to create a compound clip of that area because Final Cut only allows you to send an entire project to a workflow extension. So the way to do it with a subsection would be to make that subsection into a compound clip because that compound clip can get sent to the workflow extension. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and select all these things in this section, and I'm gonna go Option G, and let's call this Cocodona Flat Me. And I'll go ahead and select this and press Shift F to reveal it in the browser. There it is at the bottom, and now I'll open up the Multicam Flattener workflow extension, drag that in. There's the results. I'll drag that back out. Okay, now it's done. Go ahead and close the extension. I'm going to open up the results, and I'm going to select all and copy. And I'm just going to go into the same compound clip that I created. I'm just going to replace all those contents here. Let's see, select paste, and then step back out. Then I select the clip, and I choose break apart clip items. And so now I have all the flattened clips in my sequence instead of being inside that compound clip. So that's a pretty simple way to flatten just a section of a sequence. Select the clips, put them into a compound clip, then flatten that compound clip. And then now the contents of that compound clip you can put back into your project. Now you might want to keep the original compound clip as a backup and maybe only drag in the new compound clip, edit that into the sequence instead, and then break it apart. That way you have the history to the older compound clip. But anyway, this is how I do it, and I hope this is helpful for you and maybe gives you some ideas for how you can use Multicam Flattener.